Well, welcome viewers. Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. Psychologists help people with themselves and other people, but theologists help people with themselves and God. Given the current events with COVID-19, the coronavirus, etc., there's been a lot of developments going on with the social distancing aspect in trying to stop the spread of this disease. And what's happening, and it's happening very swiftly, is the organizations, church organizations, etc., we're concentrating on the Watchtower at this point, excuse me, are having to go cyber in their delivery of their propaganda. Now, this is giving them, as many of the XJWs have said, and I think I was one of the first ones to come up with this, the opportunity to go full cyber. Now, the reason for that is they're coming up against tremendous liabilities through the dysfunctional Jehovah Witnesses within the kingdom halls. Pedophilia, adulterous behavior, fornication, all sorts of things. But the big ones are child sexual abuse liabilities that they're facing. Now, we know that the Jehovah Witnesses prey on family victims who don't want to stay in the organization by shunning them. And we also know that last year there was several incidences, and this year as well, where people that have been shunned, and I believe they've been shunned, and this is the motive behind their aggression towards this organization and the people in it, and have attacked the kingdom halls, trying to burn them down, shooting at kingdom halls, coming up to people in the kingdom halls and asking them why they shun. But the reason for this JW.org broadcasting and property investments will end the kingdom hall liabilities is because you think about it, that the governing body and whoever's behind them, whatever the syndicate is behind them, they'd be getting to the stage where they'd be saying, right, we're being exposed for bad theology. Our theology's not right. We know it's not right, but if we change it, the ripple effect of that might be too much. So what I believe they're going to do as a result of their theology not being right, of course, this is where the dysfunctionalism's coming in amongst the people in the organization, because you can't lie to people and teach them to believe lies and think they're going to function normally. That's not going to happen. They're just not going to see. Lying accepted breeds deceit, personal deceit. So you're deceiving yourself, and you're therefore altering your ability to behave the way that you should. Romans chapter 7 teaches this. And so I believe JW.org and broadcasting and property investment will end the liabilities of the Kingdom Hall. I don't think they're making enough money out of the Kingdom Halls. And this will all go cyber. Now, the reason for this is, and I just want to reduce this, there's been a man arrested following an incident. See, here's another incident at Holderness Jehovah Witnesses Hall. Now, this was just on the 20th of this month. It was only a couple of days ago. And now I might be a little bit behind on this, but just come up on I have a Google alert, and it gives me all the Jehovah Witness news. Okay? This has come up on my Google alert last night. Holderness police put up crime scene tape around a grey Ford pickup, beautiful car, truck in the parking lot at the Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall that was damaged Friday by a man who police say blasted holes in the walls with a shotgun and then soaked the interior in gasoline. Now, I ask you, what do you think may cause somebody to do something like this at a Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall? What do you think could cause somebody to do something like this at a Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall? Now, the police aren't going to know, but we know, don't we? This person's been shunned. Or somebody's had an affair with his wife, or the wife's had an affair with somebody else. The usual dysfunctional religious forms of behaviour. Maybe somebody in there sexually abused a child that this person is the father of, or the mother of, or it's a man, father of, or relative of, and they've had enough of it. Because when you do your research on this organisation, these things are predictable. They're not going to stop. All the things that the liabilities that the Jehovah Witnesses are facing at the moment across the world are not going to stop. They don't know how to fix it. In fact, as a matter of fact, their theology has created it. Things like the blood doctrine, Jesus is Michael the Archangel. It's comic book theology. It's just fantasy theology. Now, 101 Foundation Bible students know, and even people in the world know, that Jesus is not Michael the Archangel. So you have this horrible cult organisation. It's a property investment organisation that uses religion as a shopfront, being blasted at in the kingdom halls set on fire, kingdom halls abusing children, all the rest of it. If you were at the point where you knew you were being exposed, and the governing body know they're being exposed, the organisation is being exposed across the world, people are going after it, the authorities are going after it, what would you do if you want the money to keep rolling in? You would do what all the sporting organisations and everybody are doing right now. You'd be going via the internet. You'd be going via media. You can't go to a sporting game at the moment, but you can watch it on the TV. You can't go to church at the moment, but you can watch it on the TV, and you can donate through the internet. We need to think clearly. If you were running this organisation, you've got tremendous billions of dollars. You've got, maybe 1,000 or a couple of thousand in the bigger kingdom halls, maybe a little bit more than that, dribbling in from the kingdom halls. You're going to get way more back than that in property investments through rent, leases, and all the other profits that you make out of those things. The Watchtower would prefer to be housing people than sending them to kingdom halls. And as a matter of fact, housing they don't even have to have Jehovah Witnesses to make profit out of them. This is where it's headed. This is where the Jehovah Witness, the Watchtower, the Christian assemblies of whoever are going to go. They've got the money, they've got the people behind the scenes that know how to develop properties. They're doing that now anyway. They've got a property development in England that they're just one of that we know of amongst many across the world. So I think you'll see the kingdom halls being sold off. I think you'll see more battles with the governments against the Jehovah Witnesses in courts. See, this is a nuisance. This sort of thing's a nuisance to the authorities. They're trying to fight coronavirus. They're not interested in going around cleaning up kingdom halls that are being shot at and burnt and all the rest of it. So there's just another take on this. I know many of you are aware of it, but this isn't going to stop. All this arson and people being shot in the car parks at kingdom halls and kingdom halls being set on fire and arguments at the kingdom hall, it's not going to stop. And it's particular and peculiar to the Jehovah Witnesses. And as the days go by, the governments and authorities are aware of this. So you'll see a lot more of this, and I hope that we take more attention or focus towards the fact that you'll see JW.org or broadcasting or the Watchtower, whatever you want to call them, the governing body, they will sell more kingdom halls. They will make a slow transition towards the broadcasting and everything else. They will encourage people to donate online, and they will ultimately become a cyber religion. This is Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. Bye for now.